Hello and welcome back to the workshop. On the last video I was cutting out these frames on the milling machine. On this video I'm going to be depthing and planting some wheels. These are the wheels and pinions I'm going to be putting into the frames on this video, and I'm also going to be using blued pivot steel. What I'm going to do next is put the frames back onto the aluminium plate I used to mill them out. So, yeah. Right, well that's the frames clamped down. Now I know they're running true to the x-axis because of the two dowel holes. What I need to do now is find out where I'm going to put the pivot holes. So I'm going to do that by doing some depthing. That's what I'll do now. Next I'm going to start by depthing the great wheel and the centre pinion. That's what I'll do. Put on the spacer. Put on the great wheel. Put on the centre pinion. It's just a case of just loosening that and winding it in till you get a mesh. I think it's best just to have a little bit of backlash in it. You don't want it too tight. If it jams up, the clock's not going to work. So once you're happy with the setting you've got, nip that up. It's all tight now. Right, what I did off camera, I've reset it again now so I can concentrate on it. So that's really smooth. I'm happy with that now. So I'll show you what I'm going to do next. These two parts in here, according to John Wild, he calls them the runners. I ground these out of carbide. You can see the spikes on the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure. I'm going to measure across there. I'll do it properly again after, but it's 1.657. These are exactly 3 milli, so I'm going to, from that figure, 1.657 minus 0.118, and that'll give me the centre between these 2 points. And that's what I'm going to pitch out on my DRO on the machine. You don't have to use a DRO, you can use this tool as it's designed to be used, and that's to, because it's coming from a hole that's already in, a pivot hole that's from the fusee. Just put on a trumpet runner, so you've got a spike there, a spike there. Put that one into the fusee hole and then scribe with this one, and that'll give you the position. I'll probably do both. Even though I'm going to use my DRO for the position of the pivot hole, I'll just show you how these tools are supposed to work. Place the trumpet runner into the existing fusee pivot hole. With the other spike, just scribe a line like that. That should give you the correct position for the next pivot hole. Next I'm going to do exactly the same, only this time I'm going to use the centre wheel and the third wheel pinion. That's just to give you an idea how I want to do it. I'll check it again before I actually do it. Get that to them nice. I'm going to do the same again with the third wheel and another 8-leaf pinion. Once I've clocked up the fusee pivot hole, I can start drilling some holes in. These are the dimensions I got from the depthing tool, so I'm going to work to them. This 5/16 ream dowel is for the eccentric bushing, and it's offset by 3/32. What I'm going to do next is mill away these register pins. I don't need the plates to be registered anymore, so I'm going to mill this away and on the other side. That's as far as I can go at this stage with the frames. I've drilled the holes and tapped. There's a 2mm. There are a couple more holes, another one here for the after I've made the motion work wheels. So let's move on to the next bit now. What I'm going to do now is take this pivot steel over to the lathe and turn some pivots. For turning pivots I used this little lathe I picked up quite cheap. It was an X-Display model. It's perfect for small diameter buy when using collets. Well, that's 2 arbors complete. Pivot steel, even though it comes hardened and tempered, it's still easy enough to turn. Because I want to get all the arbors in on this video, I've had to make these components, which is the backcock pillars and the eccentric bushing. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go around all the pivot holes with a tapered broach. Do both sides. This one's a burnishing tool. I put oil on it. Gives a nice glazed finish. This is the eccentric bushing, goes in here, and then you got the adjustment there. This is a very good feature to have when it comes to adjusting the pallets. Before I go any further, I'm going to try the centre wheel and the great wheel and see how they mesh together. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It should just coast to a stop on its own. Looking edge on, you can check that the wheels are running true. Well, that's the wheels and pinions fastened to the arbors. What I'm going to do now is put them into the frames. Right, putting this top frame on is where you need 3 hands. I was only given 2, so I'll put that on and I'll bring you back. Well, that went on alright, so this is where we're up to now. All the wheels are running as they should be doing. I'll stand it up now, so it looks like then. Right, well that's as far as I wanted to go on this video. On this arbor here, I need to make a, what's called a maintaining click. There's an anchor escapement to make on the top arbor, and there's also a fusee stop work to make on there. So, thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.